Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, this is Tuesday. Tuesday is, look what they are hiding in our food. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, I'm not trying to be gross. I'm really not. And with the prices of food, you don't want to buy something that's going to give you cancer or damage your pancreas and make you have to do insulin. And you just you got to be careful nowadays. There are things in the food that I just my jaw hits the floor. And Debbie J's going to join me on the panel. I don't know if Warpath is snoring away, taking a nap, and Mr. Pork has been a little underneath the weather. So, not sure if he's going to be coming on or not. So, guess who is joining us today?
Hello, everybody.
That's Hunter. And we do applaud Hunter because he doesn't like to see what they're putting in our food. And I don't blame him. I don't either. But welcome to everybody that's new. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just like a big whole family. I'm an old grandma, country grandma, and just grab some popcorn and maybe not on Tuesdays, maybe Tuesdays night. Hi, Debbie J. Welcome, welcome up.
Hello, Debbie.
Where is everybody?
I don't know. I think Warpath may be taking a nap.
Or probably playing with the children.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I hope she fell on a pillow. Debbie J.
no.
I know. Grab the link again, girl. Grab a link again. There we
There we
go.
go.
I kicked
Welcome
myself
back.
off. I just kicked myself. Just kicked.
I'm sorry. I hope you landed on the bed or the pillow.
I was trying to see if I could read the chat, but I don't see
Just
nobody.
nope, it's just us. It's
Uh,
just us. And they'll be coming in later or watch the review replay, you know what I mean. But this way we can get grossed out together, all three of us, Hunter's here.
Hello.
Hello,
And
Hunter.
How's it going, Debbie?
I threatened him, you've got to come and help me. I'm not gonna be up here alone.
Mm,
No, I mean I'm giving him a hard time. No, I didn't threaten my son. I enjoy when he joins us,
yep.
and I enjoy when you come, in the chat, Debbie J. I want to thank you. And everybody, do a thumbs up for Debbie J. She gives me a lot of material. Hello.
Mr. Pork, welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I like putting the information out there.
Well, it needs to be.
It really does need to be informed.
Yeah. Okay, let me get uh let me see which this one is. Okay. The first one is going to don't have to be about food. It's about your toilet paper. And there's some toilet papers are dangerous to you if they don't get W in the chat for Debbie J. A win for in the chat for Debbie J. Yeah, she won. She was first.
Look, they got. Remember a long time ago when toilet paper used to come and you could get colors: pink,
Yeah.
Yep.
light yellow, green,
Flowers,
flowers.
butterflies.
Yep.
Hmm.
Now we're
Now
just
you
stuck with plain, boring white toilet paper.
well, there's some I'm gonna show you guys later. I think I have a month's worth of oh my goodness, look what's in this food. But there are toilet papers that is harmful to your health. If they don't get you at one end, they'll get you at the other. And there's laundry detergent that absorb in your skin some toxics. There are shampoos.
And deodorants, they say that women shouldn't use deodorants because it goes into the glands under your arms, can turn
Hmm.
into cancerous and, travel.
Yes.
I think we're just gonna have to be eating grass and bark, and then you have to wonder about if that's gonna be safe.
I mean, it's a scary thought. I mean, I don't
I
know
don't
the
use
answer.
I don't use makeup because makeups are causing issues on your
Yeah.
skin,
And
and
fingernail
perfumes.
polish.
Fingernail
Finger.
polish is got formaldehyde in it, and
Yes.
if you order anything off of Temu, you have to be extremely careful with that because one of the content creators ordered fingernail polish, and or she ordered
It's
something and she put it on her toes. She ended up with very bad infection and lost
and
the whole toenail.
she lost the whole toenail. Well,
Yes.
she showed her hands, her fingers. She put it on her fingernails, and they're blistering and they're
Yes.
itching. They look like her whole fingers were ate up by spiders, and they're swollen. And she's going to have a lifetime of issues. So I don't want to do gross foods. Trust me, I didn't want to eat gross foods, but I did it because I don't know anybody else who does it.
A lot of people that besides you.
And I quit because I was paying Pepto Bismol's rent and hogging the toilet. So my
I
stomach
think
needed a break.
doing things like unique foods, like maybe Korean foods, or doing foods that maybe Korean, trying Greek food, Indian food could be something different to do. But once again, you have to be careful with all that because you don't know where it's coming from.
That's right.
True.
And the ingredients. And this is why I'm hoping to help you guys. Now, the lab grown meat, not the 3D meat, but the lab grown meat, I found where you could look on the label to
But the
say, oh,
labels are printed so small, and the print is so small, you really have to have 100% vision just to read some of that small, tiny print.
or
If you've
thick
noticed it,
glasses.
or yeah, if you've noticed some of the printing on these ingredients, and you could really spend all day in a grocery store trying to read the back of a packaging and looking for something with low sodium, zero
I
sugar,
do.
no
I do now.
chemicals, no
I,
processed this and chemical that.
yeah.
It's like you need a really
And
1930s
they hide it.
monocle
And they switch.
to look.
Yeah. And they switch wording. So all
Mm-hmm.
natural. And you figure out this is all not now natural. Just like the Quaker Oats with the strawberries, with the beaver's butt
Right.
gland.
It just and does who was the one who said, "Oh, let me lick animal ass and see if that tastes good." I want to know who these
Oh,
scientists are and who these people are who are setting in these labs who are doing this. Oh, let's do this and let's lick this and see if it tastes good.
well, it's just like the beginning of time. Who looked at the chicken, seen it pooped out an egg, and going, I wonder if you could eat that. I'm sorry, if something comes out of the butt end, I'm not going to try to eat it. Mm-mm. But I have to admit, one of my challenge was to eat a pig anal intestines.
Well, I don't think you'd be doing that anymore.
You know what? Big surprise. My daughter-in-law is from China, and she showed me how to clean it very well, and how to cook it and what seasonings, and it was delicious.
And no, thank you.
Hunter refused to try it.
I don't
No,
blame
thank
him. I wouldn't want to try it either.
As much as I love my stepsister, I'm not going to eat
Oh,
that.
Mr. Pork got an important message. Mr. Pork, you can come up. The new
iOS 27 update. You will be able to aim your phone on the product for additional information on the product.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. But, they are hiding using all natural, like mustard. They say it's all natural, 100% natural. It's not.
I stopped
And
eating mustard years ago. I do, man, when I make deviled eggs for other people, I will use
the
it.
little squirt.
Right,
Yeah.
but I don't personally eat it anymore.
Well, there is some that is just mustard seeds, you know what I mean? And the famous brands that you would think they've been around for years, and the reason why they pay so much money for the company, because everybody trusts it. They want to buy a product that everybody already trusts. It was all natural, healthy, and then they started adding chemicals to it. And it's just like, mm-mm, mm-mm. But let me start showing. Let's go to the toilet paper. Unless I do the funny one first. Should I do the funny one first?
It's up to
Sure,
you.
why not?
Okay, now it's kind of funny, but the people nowadays, the new generation, they could care less, if it bothers you. They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Hey, Harley, Scooby, come on down.
Can you hear the dogs?
No, I don't hear them.
Good, they're barking by my ear. Well, let's do. Oh, first,
Thank God for the soundproof.
yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure you don't want me frightened.
You don't want to hear Harley going. "Roo, roo." She woke me up this morning. And get this. She woke me up this morning. She was staring at me, right? And I opened my eye and she took her paw and swapped my face.
Ow.
Like, wake up.
I had to look to see if I had,
A black.
the 3 claw marks. And I found out don't feed your dog or any dog peanut butter because they put, and I'm going to show that today too, but they have put chemicals in it that will destroy a dog's liver.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people taking taking animals to the vets for digestive issues and skin and allergy issues. A lot of people are going to the vet, and my groomer told me not to give Lexi peanut butter.
Yeah, I gave Harley peanut butter and she was throwing up and sick. And I was,
Yeah,
You
that's
threw
what
up
they're
about-
doing. They're throwing up, getting sick, and then it's getting their stomachs upset. I'm talking about like
Yep.
from Chewy.com, you can order peanut butter bones, peanut butter snacks
No.
and treats.
And you
Don't
gotta-
do it.
and you got to read, even dollar store, they put varnish on to make it shiny.
That's
And
just
that
sick.
will poison the dog. And Mr. Pork, I don't want to disappoint you, but you'll see the French mustard is not healthy for you.
It is not.
I'm sorry.
Mr.
I
Pork,
feel
do you have any Grey Poupon?
That's even bad.
That stuff
That
even
is-
looks nasty. Come on now. It's
I know.
expensive and it doesn't even look good. I mean, it's like, what on earth is this?
It's like they're doing it on purpose just to make it look nasty, just to make it more expensive.
Can you see this?
Yes.
On top of reading all day in the freaking grocery store, on top of looking at every curve and creases of a flour bag to see if they're hiding a very fine print of what's harmful, we have this new generation that don't give a shit.
And honestly, it does piss me off.
Can you imagine if it's hold on.
What is you doing, bro? Sit down. What is y'all doing, man? Shit, man. Bro, what is
Yeah,
And
the
y'all doing?
stupidity is amazing.
that
Oh, man.
moment, I would probably call the cop.
It's like, what the hell?
It's Walmart. That's what they do. It's people go in
Well,
Walmart to act up. If they're not fighting,
in
then they're acting stupid.
yeah, in Louisiana, these two homeless people, and it's hot. And I understand and it's the middle of the night. They had to get out of the heat. I understand it. But they crawled in the ice machine.
Nothing surprises me when it comes to Walmart.
I mean, come on top of what they're putting in our food, then we have jerks laying on our food, rubbing their body sweat, or who knows if they even wash their hands, and that's how.
Or their area.
Yeah, and this is why everybody's having diarrhea of lettuce. Excuse me, nobody's wiping their hands. Washing their hands. They're just going poo poo and touching, have wormies, and then they deal with the product and then shit. And my question, Debbie J, is the United States, if the government would let the farmers loose and let them do what they do best, there would not be one hungry person in this world.
No.
But why in the hell are they cutting our
So they
food
could build
away
more Walmarts.
and bring in lettuce? Because I'm sure California grows lettuce. Bring in lettuce from Mexico.
I don't know. I don't understand why we get so much from other countries when we've got Florida. You can get oranges from Florida. You can get
Yeah,
tropical fruits from Florida, California. I don't understand why we gotta import
and
I
so much.
guess.
and
I,
the meat. Why do we go get Middle East meat when we can have fantastic grain-fed cattle? Everybody says, "Oh, grass fed, grass fed." Nah, old farmer's daughter here. Dad raised cattle.
green fed's a little bit.
Great cat. When you run them on, grass fed is great. It is, but they're running and they're walking around. They're building up the muscles. But you want the steak nice and tender and juicy and not tough. They're in a fat lot and they stand around and walk around a little bit because they don't have where to go, and they feed them. And that steer or heifer, oh, welcome, 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 Warpath.
Warpath! Finally!
Hey,
Warpath.
sorry. Hey,
Warpath. I'm
Chucky
gonna have
just left.
I'm gonna have to hold your hand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Hey,
hold
wait a
your hand.
minute.
I
Am I
gotta give you my
seeing?
support. I've got to.
There's
Hey, girl. I'm glad to
there's
see you.
Isn't that great?
I love
Now,
it, girl. You made my day.
Don't tell nobody.
Oh, I won't. Can I tell Chucky? I just got rid of Chucky.
Oh,
Aww.
Chucky wore me out, guys.
Betty did.
how old is
Yeah.
he now?
He's not even 2 yet. He'll be 2, I think in 2 more months.
You gonna be
He
in for
acts
it.
Oh,
he acts older than 2, and his
yeah.
mobility.
Mm-hmm. He's a smart little fart.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, grain fed is usually the best when it comes
It's
to
more
cattle.
tender and all that. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm
This
glad to
is
see you up here, girl.
Well, thank you.
Okay, I'll shut up now and try to catch up.
Warpath is fine.
this is something you guys need to know. I don't do it because it's fun. I do it because you guys need to know.
With your kids or yourself. Drug users have been documented cleaning their needles inside public toilet paper roll holders. This is why you never use toilet paper from a local place with your kids or yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Drug users have been documented cleaning their needles inside public toilet paper roll holders.
Yep.
And most people walk right past the warning signs every single day. If you see blood spots, brown spots, or unusual dents on the cardboard roll, that is exactly what you're looking at. Don't touch it. And if the holder is locked, remember, it wasn't always locked. It doesn't mean it was always safe. Here's what I recommend. Always carry flushable wipes when you're out. Teach your kids never to reach inside or touch the cardboard of a public toilet paper holder. And always wash hands properly after any public restroom. These are habits that cost almost nothing, but protect you from exposure you would never even know happened. Share this with every parent you know. I'm Jun Woo. Follow me for the health truths that don't get talked about enough. This is why you never use toilet paper from a local place with
That I ran across that. Hold on. I ran across that and I'm going, that is important to know.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about that.
I did. Because where do drugs I usually go to?
Well, they go in the bathrooms,
Bathrooms.
but I wouldn't
Yep.
ever think they would be cleaning the freaking needle in the
Well,
toilet
same
paper.
here. Yeah. I
I
never thought
would
of it.
assume that immediately after they get out of the bathroom. Because you don't know what that drug has to do.
No, you don't, but it's true 100%. See, that's,
Mhm.
I'm not trying to scare everybody. I'm not. I really am not. And trust me, I've talked to Warpath going, there's nothing to eat anymore. Everything's bad. Everything's poisonous. Everything's this and that and that.
And all of a sudden now you gotta worry about toilet paper rolls in
Yeah, when
public restrooms.
you take a dump in a public restroom or pee and you're in a hurry
Exactly.
and all of a sudden you suddenly feel high and you don't know how. And
or what if they left the needle in there?
exactly.
I've
Yeah.
seen
And
needles in
poked.
bathrooms plenty of
And you
times,
can
and
get
I just
sorry.
Go ahead.
I've seen needles in bathrooms, and somebody will say, "Well, they could be a diabetic." That's not necessarily true. A lot of diabetics, as you know, as I've been one for many, many, many years, carry your needles with you, and then you break them and you put them in a special carrying kit, and then you carry it home and dispense of it. But
Right. And
I don't use public restrooms. I've been known to go out and I gotta go back home to go to the bathroom and I'll go back out. I just don't
that's
use public bathrooms,
Well,
and
that's
I'm just
smart.
that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm an old grandma. When my
It's a smart
kidneys say
thing.
it's time to go, I better be starting to look for a bathroom about 2 minutes before my body told me I have to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm kind
Uh,
of like Debbie. I try to go before I go shopping.
yeah,
I mean,
or hold up on my liquids, you know what I mean, till after I come home. I think we just lost everybody talking about pee and toilet paper. Sorry.
Sorry, folks.
Sorry. Oh,
oh well, they'll come back.
like I said, I'm not here to gross anybody out. That's far from my um thought, or you know what I
Performance.
mean, idea. But all right. Okay, now this is something. Who goes to Starbucks?
Nope,
Not
I
me.
can't afford no Starbucks money.
Yeah, I've
That's
never been to
gas.
one, so
That place is expensive as hell.
I
Kimmy, that's
make
because
my own stuff at home.
there you go.
that's the only way to do it, and you know it's safe. Mr.
Yeah.
Pork, he is on a roll tonight. Oh, Kimmy, that's because everything is dropping down south. Yeah, yeah. If I see my uterus, well, I don't have a uterus anymore.
Throw
I
a
had a
diaper on,
hysterectomy.
Kitty.
Oh, well, if I see something hanging to my knees, I probably should go to the doctor. Um, but I've ran across this. I'm trying to keep people aware of what's going on with the food. So I'm catching things now in the grocery store. And Hunter's catching things when I can't. Like Debbie said, they're so freaking small. I'll go, Hunter, what does it say? I can't see it.
And I wrote out entire ingredients for her.
I mean, I mean, you've got to be safe.
I'm excited.
There's
I got my flour, and I've told the girls, and Kiana's going to buy it too. So that's the start.
Make sure it's Bob Rhodes Mill. Best
Yep.
flour at the moment.
And
Yep.
tell them what's the ingredients on it.
Wheat.
Yeah. I don't have it in
Just
front of me, Kimmy.
It's just wheat.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
And
just,
mine was only $7. I mean, you
oh,
know.
rub it in. Rub it in.
Well, I'm sorry,
I
but
I agree, Mr. Park. There's always going to be an asshole in the chat.
And this is a fair
can I,
use.
can
I
I
can't
stop
see
something real
that.
quick? Can I say something real quick?
Always.
Debbie J, you have made my night.
Girl, you stop flirting. You're gonna be embarrassing over here.
I love you, girl. And this made my night.
Oh, you
We
gotta
flirt.
come out
love
more.
you.
Well, you
Flirt.
gotta come out more. Well, I am.
Well, thank you. You flirt. I can't see chat. I can't see and say
And
hello to
you
everybody.
need to call me. Okay,
Okay.
now I'll
Well,
shut up.
All right.
push
I'll call.
comment. Push
Push
comment.
comment. Where the hell's comment at?
Very
You'll
top
learn.
on the right.
Very
You'll
top
learn.
on the right. I'm gonna have to learn because
You'll drop
I'm
herself
goofy.
like me, like
I know
I
that's what
did.
I did. I did that earlier
On the
because I
right
wanted
screen,
to, in case
on the right
Squirrel
side of the
came
screen, there's
in
going to be
and
comments right
Good. I don't feel
above
so bad,
banners.
Debbie.
yeah, I wanted to say hi to Squirrel and Daniel if they show up and can't see them.
You
If
get used to
anybody I
it.
missed, hi, I'm Mr. Pork. I know I saw Mr. Pork. He popped
Yeah.
up.
Hey,
Miss-
I
brother.
agree, Mr. Park.
Mr. Pork said it's nice to hear a voice to the name. It does.
Oh,
Yes,
Mr. Pork is
it
a
does.
flirt. A flirt.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is. Yes,
He's
he is. You gotta
just a
watch it.
flirt.
Not like me.
Oh no, not at all.
All right. Any Starbucks lovers, better sit down and hold on because this is going to piss you off.
I miss
Starbucks
drinking
just got
French
caught.
vanilla.
Americans knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank you all so much for coming over. I got this video here sent to me. This is a homestead journey channel. I'll leave it in the description for you guys to check out more and even subscribe now.
Please sub up to him.
What in the hell is going on?
Watch.
I can't remember the last time I actually had a drink from Starbucks, but what the hell is going on, ladies and gentlemen? They just got caught. Hey, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Comment below if you knew what is about to get exposed, what's going on. Let's jump right into it.
Starbucks 2026. You're going to freak out on this video, and thank you to these two girls. It just shows you that people are waking up about food and chemicals. Watch. I'll bet you they charged you $8 for it too.
Okay guys, so this is me and Lori. We're gonna be testing out the blending powder because as you guys know it's toxic.
Wait, Starbucks employees exposed that Starbucks is using blending powder in many of their new drinks. This new powder was just introduced this month. If you drink Starbucks, you should be concerned about this. She said because it's toxic. Lord have mercy.
A lot of Starbucks employees have been complaining about this, quote, blending powder, and it's going in more and more of their drinks. And let's just take a look at what it is. So here are the ingredients right here, and the purpose is it acts as an emulsifier and stabilizer. The gums and other components help create a smoother, more consistent frozen blended texture and slow separation that would otherwise happen sooner after the drink leaves the blender. So basically they're using this so that the drink stays exactly how it was when it was made. But there are real health concerns that go along with this. And one thing I'll say is that I've seen a lot of videos of baristas at Starbucks coughing. They say that this is hurting their throats. This powder, as it gets airborne, they're breathing it in, they're getting headaches.
Starbucks retail.
Oh my goodness, man. What was that video? Lily Kane. And she was saying certain
I'm going to pause it for a second. That don't look healthy.
No.
Nope.
And honestly, good for the workers to point out.
Expose it. Yeah.
Honestly, good on those workers. And honestly, I would probably quit if I was.
How do you know it's not giving them lung cancer? Breathing it in. They're not
Well,
wearing
yeah.
masks. Because it's very powdery. I mean, if it's very fine powder, it's going to be floating in the air and they're breathing it in and it's giving them sore throats and making them sick.
And
If it's making them sick, what do you think it's going to do to the drinkers?
in a way, it kind of reminds me of cordyceps.
What's that?
It's a fungal disease. It's basically, remember the movie in the games Last of Us?
Yeah.
Where the fungus takes over the host
Oh,
and
well,
starts,
I
yeah.
gotcha. But, this is, this pisses me off. You pay what, $8 to $10 for a freaking iced coffee or an iced drink or a
Mhm.
cappuccino or a latte or whatever. They put this in it, and who's saying other coffee shops are not doing it? And they probably raise the price because it has to pay for that gunk to put in.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Debbie J. I hope she landed on the pillow. Oh, there
Oh,
she
there
is.
she is. Debbie, welcome back from the afterlife.
Boy, you touch anything and it just goes, doesn't it?
I
Now you
know,
know
right?
how I was, Debbie.
It's like boom,
That's
you were
why I
there, and then the
always
next thing
drop.
you know, you touch something and
Hold
you're off.
on.
Yeah, and
Hold
you're
on.
gone.
Hold on. It's just like a sneaky devil. It'll just come right around the corner.
And grab
Oh
you.
Lord, don't say
Take me
that.
off. So what do you think of this gummy stuff that they're putting in Starbucks? Iced
Why are they
coffees.
doing that? Whatever happened to the cream and the coffee and the
Yeah,
good stuff?
I
The only
Oh, you
time
agree.
want
I
to hear?
ever go there is if I get a stupid gift card and then I'll go use it. But most of the time I never go there unless I get a gift card.
Well, don't ask for gift cards somewhere to a Mexican restaurant or somewhere else because you don't want to drink this shit,
Agreed.
and it's making the
No.
employees sick.
Even the employee says it was toxic, and they're exposing that stuff.
And they're getting sick.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you to the employees. Mr. Porco's
Yeah.
StreamYard loves to boot WordPad just for the hell of it.
Yeah, that's true. You're right, brother.
Like I said, it's a sneaky devil.
And
Well,
if
how
you guys
many
are
times have we seen McDonald's employees, Taco Bell employees, Burger King, and all the fast food restaurants be exposed? And it's the employees that are
Yeah.
exposing it.
It's good for
Mhm.
them.
Honestly, it's 9.5 out of
Yeah.
10 most of the time.
One of the the managers are not going to expose it,
No,
but
but it's going to be the
Kentucky
people.
Fried Chicken, you know what they exposed? If they have not sell their macaroni cheese or the green beans or the chicken, they put it on
Oh, they
all
keep it,
together.
don't
It
they?
could be a week old and fresh mixed together.
And all of a
Oh,
sudden, you
It's-
would find a bowl.
Well, doesn't
In-
Wendy's take their chili and it's used from hamburger meat or hamburger patties that didn't sell or something?
Right.
Yeah, they
Something
did.
like
They
that.
did. It was
They
in the
do.
cup.
Yeah, they do.
It was in the chili
wow.
cup over in Wendy's. I remember that because
I know.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't eat fast food anymore, so
Well,
I'm good.
that's me, Debbie.
thank
And you know what? This thing got me almost crying because the only fast food I really eat is Burger King.
And sometimes
And
for me, Taco Bell.
oh
is
no,
it.
No.
we've
Oh,
already.
Hunter.
Yeah, no.
But
But we already got the agreements to make Taco Bell food, but
just wait till what I found about Burger King.
Well, I don't eat any of it. And Taco
No.
Bell does do horse meat.
on
Horse meat?
Yes.
I wouldn't be
Oh
surprised.
no!
Um,
Yeah, Hunter. What's
Debbie,
that, Hunter?
after the stream, I'll have Mom send you the ingredients to make the Supreme Crunch Wrap.
Oh, him and that Crunch Wrap. Yeah, it is pretty good.
It is really cheap.
And it's
You know,
homemade.
I've
Yeah.
never had one. I've never had it because I don't eat Taco Bell, but
But
no.
if you make it at home,
It's
No, if I made it at
technically,
home, I'm
Make
sure
your
that
own.
I'm sure it'd be
Yeah.
magnificent if I cook it at home.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
and I promise, Debbie, you will love it.
Yeah, try it,
promises?
Debbie, and let me know.
Okay.
Oh, Chicken Warpath, Chicken Warpath.
Well, I got
Okay.
other recipes I gotta try.
Okay.
I got so
Okay.
many.
Certain things that are put in food. And she said people are wondering why they're getting migraines, headaches, and stuff like that. Yo. Gotta talk
It
to my
should be
wife.
on.
Gotta
That
talk.
should
I
be
don't know when the last
biohazard.
time
The
she actually
powder.
went to Starbucks, but she do be getting drinks from other places. But
And
I know
Starbucks,
she
where I'm at, is
sometimes will
always
go. Her and my
crowded,
sister.
always busy,
Oh,
always
this
a
is
line.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
If they only knew they're getting this shit. They're drinking this shit.
And I guarantee you, if anyone found out, hence why the manager is not trying to expose it, is the people will literally no longer go to any Starbucks and they'll lose their business.
Well, I'm not trying to tell people what to do and what not to do. I am
No.
just showing what is being found
Just
Yeah.
yeah,
and educate them
letting them know.
because this is their health. They only go through this life once. And you work so hard for your money. And everything is so freaking expensive. You can walk out of a grocery store 2 or 3 bags and you buy $150 worth. And you're thinking, what the F did I buy that's $150 worth? But it goes so fast. And I don't want you to waste your money on something that's going to make you sick. And I really still think that the FDA and the big pharma is hand in hand. Get them sick.
I agree.
Honestly, I would probably sue them for.
You got to prove it. You got to prove
Yeah.
it's that exactly that's cause it. Oh,
You can't eat or drink nothing. Damn.
And one thing I'll say is that I've seen a lot of videos of baristas at Starbucks coughing. They say that this is hurting their throats, this powder, as it gets airborne, they're breathing it in, they're getting headaches.
Starbucks retail employee was terminated by the company for revealing behind-the-scenes information regarding the
Oh.
ingredients of the brand's new beverage lineup. The employee disclosed
I was just going to ask that too. Did she lose her job? What they say, all
well,
heroes
thank
don't
you,
wear
ma'am.
capes.
that
Thank you.
many of Starbucks' newly released drinks are not crafted solely with fresh raw materials. A proprietary blended powder is added during preparation. This powder primarily contains common food ingredients such as gum arabic, maltodextrin, and xanthan gum.
Oh my
These
goodness.
ingredients serve to stabilize the texture of drinks, prevent liquid separation, create a creamier mouthfeel, guarantee uniform taste across servings, and boost beverage making efficiency in stores. Starbucks dismissed the employee right after they made these potential issues public. All components in the blended powder are approved food additives compliant with national food consumption standards. Even so, Starbucks has not proactively released detailed ingredient lists of its new drinks to customers, leading to insufficient ingredient transparency.
Disclaimer that I'm not currently working at Starbucks, but I did 4 years ago. I believe Starbucks formulated the silica death blending powder so that the blended refreshers would not separate as much, which is absolutely ridiculous because it's a blended ice drink. It's going to separate and it's going to melt. But this is all going back to Starbucks being fast food and us not opening our eyes and realizing this fact. Have you noticed that anytime you get a drink from Starbucks, whether it's a pink drink, whether it's a latte, whether it's a refresher, whether it's blended, these drinks separate and look undrinkable if you don't drink them within like 30 minutes? Because that's the thing about fast food. When you go to Taco Bell, when you go to McDonald's, when you go to Wendy's, if you don't eat those items you get within like 10 to 15 minutes, they become damn near inedible. Get the food fast, and you need to eat it fast because it's not really food the way that these big food companies are selling them. They're more bioengineered food-like products, which is exactly why instead of using the sugar syrup water that Starbucks already had to make the blended refreshers and keep them somewhat together, they produced glass shard throat lung killing powder for their baristas to inhale while they make you your blended mango dragon fruit refresher. Would now be a good time to boycott, or are you gonna wait until they put arsenic in the drinks?
So how does Starbucks respond to reports that baristas are feeling sick after using the new silica-based blending powder? They dodged the issue entirely. To run it back, Starbucks introduced new drinks that require a blending powder that's raising concerns. Since it was introduced, videos using the powder have gone viral. Hundreds of baristas shared their bad experiences, and our union inquired with the company about what our members have reported. This week, Starbucks responded with a blog post on their website that is a whole 2 sentences long. The blog post is comically short and doesn't directly address any of our concerns. By its nature, the silica-based powder is near impossible to avoid inhaling when we're on shift. While they claim it's safe to use in food, they don't say a single word about whether it's safe to inhale. Here's what's really telling about this. Starbucks sent out an update to stores and avoided mentioning the coughing, the irritation, and even hives that baristas are experiencing and reporting. Instead, the company simply tells us to pour slower when handling it, with a cute message that says the powder gets messy. Mind you, we're also being told to make drinks in 4 minutes, and often dealing with understaffed stores where moving slower means delays and unhappy customers. So move slower, but also move faster. Make it make sense. What's really messy is the Starbucks executives who are focused on gimmicks and profits, not on listening to baristas about what our stores need to actually succeed. We're dealing with chaotic schedules, low pay that hasn't kept up with inflation, and benefits that are harder and harder to access. And once again, this message doesn't say anything about inhaling it. You'd think if it was safe to inhale, they would just say it. Starbucks' weak response is not it. Our union won't let this be swept under the rug. We've already formally requested vital safety information and demanded to bargain over the change. As a union, we have the power to hold this company accountable and make sure they're not putting any partner's safety at risk just to drive profit. If you're a customer, don't shop at Starbucks until the company finalizes a union contract with pay, staffing, and protections that we need. And if you're a Starbucks partner, there's truly never been a better time to organize your store.
Man.
So there is a real concern with this, and it actually is confirmed right here. One of the main things in this is silica. That's silicon dioxide, and it's used as an anti-caking agent. It prevents the clumping, but it's being used in this blending powder. Inhalation is a real issue. The fine silicone dust can become airborne as a powder when it's scooped, and repeated inhalation of certain forms of silica is linked to serious lung conditions. So this would back up what the baristas are experiencing. They breathe this stuff in, and they're coughing.
And again, just for the people out there who you randomly are getting sick or coughing or just whatever the case may be, you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and you come across a video like this, you go, hey, I done had Starbucks 3 to 4 times this week. You know, there's people who go there every single day, probably for the last 10 to 12 years. People are literally doing that. So just, man.
Headaches, it's not good. Here are some of the other controversies with a lot of this ingredients in this blending powder. This is not something we should be eating. This is not something we should be drinking. Our food is a science experiment, and this has to stop. This is not healthy.
So can you say that you're really surprised? Because I can't. You know, it seems like every time you want to just kind of put a little bit of trust in a company, in a food product, something typically like this comes out. And, you know, a company as big as Starbucks, you know, I can see that when they first came out, that their products may have been really just more with natural ingredients and things like that. But the bigger the company gets, the more you're going to see things like this. And really, we live in a world that, unfortunately, in this country anyways, we have to really question pretty much everything that goes into our mouth, because everything is full of chemicals, whether it had a ton of chemicals when it was being grown, or if there's just other additives later on that are going into the food products. And unfortunately, many companies out there, they don't care about our health. You know, they care about satisfying the customer in the short term and maximizing their profits as well. And that's something that a lot of companies are focused on. And we have to be the ones to look out for our health and make those decisions. And really, it comes down to making change with the way we spend our money, you know, what companies we support by going to and things like that. And the funny thing is, Starbucks has already been like, I've been priced out of Starbucks for a long time. I mean, unless you go and just get a plain black coffee, a small one at that, you know, small, now it's like micro, but, and even that is expensive. But unless it's something like that, it's like, I'm not going to pay these crazy prices. Like the guy said in the video, I bet they charged you $8 for it too. I mean, that's the world that we live in. And, you know, it's $8 this year, and the next year will be $9, and then the year after that, you know, $11. So where does it end? And on top of it, it's not even healthy for you. Many of these type of, you know, crafted coffees and things like that, you can make them at home. And I think a lot of people are going to continue to do things like that, because when videos like this come out, it's kind of like the reality check that a lot of people need to say, oh yeah, I knew I probably should be questioning what I consume, and look now, you know. So lots of videos like that typically come out, and then people will question further, which is a good thing. But drop your comments down below. Do you still go to Starbucks? What are your thoughts?
So what do you think?
I think the next time I get a Starbucks gift card, that it's going to somebody else.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's not worth it. It's not worth your health.
No.
And there,
It really never is worth it, especially when it comes to that type of chemical pulse. You know,
right.
you really
Yeah.
need to pay close attention on how they're making it and what ingredients are in the stuff to begin with.
All right. This is where what beef is good and what beef is bad, and what beef where you can go and where you should not go. I mean, I'm trying to give people.
Yeah.
Have you? I'm trying to
Well,
give people a different ways. Like I found Bob's red milk.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried it, Warpath?
No, I'm trying it tomorrow.
I've already tried it, and I could not tell the difference.
I'm gonna make some fry bread.
There you go. And I have to pay a little bit more for it, but I
More
know
than
it don't
me?
have pesticide. I know it's not going to hurt my pancreas. I know it's not going to hurt my liver. I know it's not going to irritate my stomach, my gut. You
Like I
know,
said, I
it's
told all the girls about it.
Scoot.
Where is this
Yeah.
red milk at, and where do you get it?
The red Bob's Red Mill.
Well,
You can
Bob's Red Mill.
You can get it at Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Or if there is a store called Fairway that's close.
I found it at Fairway.
And I found
it
it at
was
Walmart.
Yeah. And Walmart was cheaper than Fairway.
Yeah.
And one ingredients. One. Wheat.
Yeah.
And it tastes like white bread because I made banana bread. It was great.
Honestly, it was really sweet, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah. So,
Like
I
I
mean,
said, I'm getting the girls to buy it.
well, I don't want
I
the
sent
flour to be
pictures.
a reason why you turned diabetic because it
Mm-hmm.
destroyed your pancreas because the one with the gold, the flour with the gold, it hits the pancreas. It
Well,
turned the lab rats into diabetics.
well, see,
And
my
that's
niece is
sad
diabetic.
because rats are the most eat everything basically.
They won't eat artificial sugar.
Yeah.
No, they won't.
No, they won't. But
We did that
whenever it
in
comes to food,
college, and they won't
they'll
touch
eat
artificial
anything.
sugar.
Oh, really?
You know,
No.
maybe
Ants
we
and
need to get
flies won't.
maybe we need to let Mother Nature decide if it's healthy food or not.
Yeah.
Put put a little
Just
bit
don't know.
outside and see if the insects get it. And if they
Yeah.
don't touch it, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to see a bunny and squirrels laying dead because they food that I bought from the grocery store to see if it's edible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Old grandma here, I'm just worried about everybody's health. I'm a worry wart. Sorry.
This week have no idea what's actually inside the package. In December 2018, the federal government quietly reclassified a product made from beef trimmings spun through a centrifuge and gassed with ammonia, and legally called it ground beef. No label change, no announcement. The package looked exactly the same the next day. This video covers 10 ground beef brands you might want to reconsider, and 8 that actually held up. We start with the worst offenders and finish with the ones worth buying. The first brand on the avoid list might already be in your freezer. Number 10, Bubba Burgers. It's been in the freezer aisle since 1995. The name alone does something. Bubba. It sounds like a backyard, a charcoal grill, a cookout with people you actually like. That
And
feeling is
loaded
engineered,
rednecks.
and it's working on most shoppers without
Hey,
them
hey,
realizing
hey,
it.
hey.
But look at the actual wording on the front of the box.
You know how they got the word redneck for people,
Yeah, through
don't you?
Bubba. From being out in the sun and being sunburned
On your neck because
on
you're
your neck
down
because you're
working.
working
Yeah.
out working the fields.
Yes. Yes. And that's how people got the
Oh.
nickname redneck. But yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Debbie J, but I don't eat Bubba's burgers.
I'm
I won't touch
surprised.
it. I will not touch it.
Now, I did name the steer that I bought, and I had a Richard. You know what his name was?
Bubba.
That's sad.
Dinner. Sorry.
Dinner.
I could never do that if I named it.
Well, welcome to the farm. You know, you got to be
Well,
careful what you make friends with. You know,
I
we
would
had
I would get kicked off the farm.
I had a pet chicken, and he always went sunbathing with me. And one day he was gone, and I asked my mom and dad. I says, "Have you seen my pet chicken?" And Dad started laughing. He goes, "How you like dinner?"
Mm-hmm. On the
We were
table.
eating. We were eating chicken.
Yep.
Yeah. So at a young age, I learned most of the animals are food. Even bunnies sometimes.
Box,
Yes, I
not the
know.
logo.
They have these rabbits
Don't
about 50
remind me.
pounds and they're made for meat,
Kimmy,
for slaughter. They're bigger
Kimmy,
than a small dog.
Kimmy. You
What?
know my story of naming
Sorry.
my grandpa's bunnies?
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
I'll let it slide. this
Love
time.
you.
not the burger
I
photo,
love you too.
the product name itself. Bubba burgers are sold as beef patties, not ground beef. Two different words with a specific legal consequence most people never think about. Under Title IX of the Code of Federal Regulations, Section 319.15, any product calling itself ground beef cannot legally contain added water, phosphates, binders, or extenders. The moment a company switches to beef patties, every one of those restrictions disappears. Partially defatted beef, soy protein isolate, textured vegetable protein, organ meat, all of it becomes legally permissible under that label. Bubba's original product does list beef as the only ingredient, but the company also sells flavored varieties containing modified food starch, soy protein concentrate, and dextrose. The issue isn't any single product. It's that two words on the front of a package determine what a company is legally allowed to put inside. And almost nobody standing in that freezer aisle knows which two words to check. Number 9. Good and Gather. This is Target's private label, launched in 2019 when the company retired Archer Farms and Market Pantry. The packaging is clean, minimal. The kind of design that communicates trust without having to earn it directly. The label says ground beef and nothing else. One ingredient. That sounds like exactly what you want. Here's the problem. Since the USDA's December 2018 reclassification, a single ingredient ground beef label no longer guarantees the absence of ammonia-treated trimmings. It only guarantees the label is technically legal. Those are two very different things.
Now that's screwed up. That is allowing the companies to trick the customers to slip few things in and call it beef. You know what I mean?
It's disgusting.
It is. And
Mhm.
there's a gas they use, a chemical gas that will turn old meat, and I'll show it later on, red to make it look good. And then when you get to the center, it's bad. But they're learning now to fix that. They inject the meat with some chemicals to have the center look red. I don't know what it will do to our bodies. I don't want to know. I just, it's, I'm just educating you guys so you know what to look for. You know their little tricks and get away with not labeling things.
I appreciate it. I know a lot of people do, Kimmy. That you and Debbie's came up with this stuff.
I mean, everybody needs to know. And if you watch the
Exactly.
replay this and something your family's drinking or eating and you see it's dangerous, tell them to watch this or tell them what you're seeing. I
Yeah.
just want people healthy. I just want people healthy, and that is my goal. Too many cancer center treatments are going up.
Oh yeah.
And hospitals that's just dedicated to cancer.
Yeah. Exactly, Debbie.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
They know what it's going to do to our bodies, and that's why I think the big pharma and the food is hand to hand. Get them sick, get money out of them. Let the elderly and the disabled people suffer. The people with money, they can buy expensive food and don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? And, but I can't prove it. But it's kind of weird, in my opinion. That's what I think is going on. It's kind of weird how they're building that and they're putting chemicals in the food, and it's been on the shelves since 2023. Don't let anybody lie to you.
And the packaging doesn't help you tell them apart. Target does not publicly disclose which meat processing facilities supply its Good and Gather ground beef. When Consumer Reports tested 351 packages of ground meat from grocery stores across the country in 2022, bacteria levels varied significantly depending on which processor produced the product. The processor is a critical variable here. Target won't tell you who it is. The company has made no public statement about excluding lean, finely textured beef from its supply chain. No transparency report exists for its fresh meat sourcing. For a company worth more than $50 billion, that's a deliberate choice, not an oversight. Clean packaging suggests a promise. An undisclosed supply chain is the company declining to back it up. Number 8. Sam's Club members mark.
Hold on. You notice that one beef says organic, but it wasn't organic? They snuck chemicals in it. And I seen what was that guy saying? Because it has organic in it, it don't mean it's organic. They're lying to you. And free range chickens, I heard they can only walk about 3 or 4 steps out in a pen and then go back in. But I've seen a chicken in a pen that it could not stand up straight. And that's no life for a chicken either. It fell off of a truck, and that poor thing was so anemic. You know, the red things underneath it and the red on the top, it was pale white. And it couldn't walk.
Wow.
It took Mom months to get that chicken healthy. And that's what we're eating. Every time you pick up chicken from a grocery store, it's probably one of those poor little souls are in the cramped little cages. They can't walk because they've been in there so long.
Sam's Club is a Walmart subsidiary. Members Mark is the store label on those 5-pound chubs in the cooler. The processing network behind them is the same one supplying Walmart. Cargill, Tyson, JBS. Sam's Club has never publicly confirmed or denied whether Members Mark ground beef contains lean, finely textured beef. No transparency report exists for its fresh meat. And because of the 2018 USDA reclassification, there's no legal obligation to disclose LFTB on the label, even if it's in every package. The value here is real.
Yeah, let's screw over the customers. Let's screw over the people that are paying this money, eating it. We don't have to tell them the whole truth. I'm sorry. Debbie Warpath, jump in. Tell me to be quiet and add your... What do you think, Debbie?
I need to go back to being a vegetarian.
Just
I
find
need
a
to
meat
be one.
locker.
Oh, but grow my own
I
lettuce.
don't like vegetables that much. Find a meat locker. And, research the farmer that, they bought the cow from, or the steer, or the heifer, you know what I mean? You can check the veterinarian. You can check the farmer out. I would say that is your safest bet if you can't afford to buy a whole steer that called dinner. Trying to poke at your Warpath.
What? Trying to poke at me?
Yeah.
What did I do now?
Nothing. I said if you can't afford to buy a cow, that call them dinner.
Oh. I guess I had
Sorry.
you tuned out right then.
That's all right.
I still love you.
I have a dry sense of humor. Not good.
A large
I'm
chub
just so
of 80 over
excited.
20 at a price that undercuts most grocery stores is genuinely useful for a family managing a tight budget. That's not nothing. But that price connects to a supply chain currently under Department of Justice criminal antitrust investigation, announced in May 2026, with investigators reviewing over 3 million documents as part of the probe. When beef is priced that aggressively, something in the chain is absorbing the pressure. Sam's Club hasn't publicly answered what that means for what's actually inside the package. The price is doing its job. The transparency isn't. Number 7. IBP Trusted Excellence. You may have seen this label and assumed it was a regional Midwest brand. Independent. Rooted in agriculture. The name IBP stands for Iowa Beef Processors, and it sounds exactly like what it implies. It's Tyson. Tyson Foods acquired Iowa Beef Processors.
Guess who bought the IBP? Warpath. Mr. Pork says, I love you too, girl.
I
Bill
missed
Gates.
it.
Bill Gates need to keep his nasty hands off of our food.
Oh, I agree.
He's into everything. The lab-grown meat, the 3D meat. Now he's buying, the IBP farms.
Processors in 2001 for $3.5 billion. The IBP name stayed on retail products. The Tyson name didn't come with it to the shelf. Tyson is one of 4 companies named in the May 2026 Department of Justice criminal antitrust investigation. Those 4 companies now control roughly 85% of fed cattle purchases in the United States, up from about 25% in 1977. That's how concentrated this market has become. In November 2022, Tyson recalled nearly 94,000 pounds of ground beef from its Amarillo, Texas plant after consumers reported finding what the USDA described as reflective mirror-like material in packages they had already purchased, and there's this. In 1998,
Hold on. How in the hell would they get broken mirror in meat? Is there big mirrors up in the ceiling they're not being maintained and breaks into the big meat grinder?
Sounds like it's coming off the equipment.
Yeah. Wow.
Tyson paid $642 million to acquire Hudson Foods after Hudson was forced to close a plant following a 25 million pound recall. Tyson didn't fix the problem. They bought the company that had it. IBP Trusted Excellence. The word trusted is doing a lot of heavy lifting for a brand that hasn't belonged to an independent company in over 2 decades. If this investigation is helping you see your grocery store differently, a quick like helps more people find it. Now let's keep going. Because the next 6 entries are where it gets more serious. Number 6, Cedar River Farms. The name is doing something very specific. Cedar River Farms. A farm, a river. Somewhere in the American heartland where cattle graze and someone you'd recognize makes decisions about your food. Cedar River Farms is a JBS brand. JBS is the largest meatpacking company in the world, headquartered in Sao Paulo, Brazil. In October 2018, JBS Tolleson recalled over 6.9 million pounds of ground beef for salmonella contamination. 2 months later, that recall expanded to more than 12 million pounds. Cedar River Farms appears.
Why are they buying beef from Brazil? We have farmers
Exactly.
with good quality beef that the government's so far up their ass that they can't, you know what I mean? They have to do things right. But yet, bring in Brazil meat. Okay, let's bring in Mexico's lettuce. Let's see where that get us. Oh, well, yeah. If you don't know history, it will repeat itself. And this government, I think we should fire them all. I think we should fire them all. I think if we could, I wish we could. and get people in with common sense.
I agree.
Appeared
I
on the
agree.
expanded notice. More than 400 people fell ill across 30 states. At least 117 were hospitalized. The strain was multi-drug resistant Salmonella Newport, meaning standard antibiotic treatment had no effect on it. JBS is one of the companies named in the May 2026 DOJ antitrust investigation. USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins called out the foreign ownership of JBS by name as a direct threat to American food security. The pastoral imagery on that package, the farm, the river, the suggestion of somewhere local, exists to create distance from what the company actually is. It works. That's why it's still on every package. Number 5. Kroger store brand ground beef. Kroger is the largest supermarket chain in the United States by revenue, operating under names most shoppers don't connect back to Kroger: Ralph's, Fred Meyer, Smith's, Harris Teeter. If you shop any of those banners, you're shopping Kroger. When Consumer Reports purchased ground beef from a Kroger location in Seattle as part of its national testing investigation, the lab result triggered a federal response. The sample tested positive for E. coli O157H7, one of the most dangerous strains of foodborne bacteria. It produces Shiga toxin, which causes bloody diarrhea and, in 5 to 10% of cases, a potentially fatal form of kidney damage. Consumer Reports notified the USDA. The agency recalled more than 28,000 pounds of Kroger-labeled ground beef across 7 western states. Then there's what Kroger said publicly during the 2012 pink slime controversy. The company acknowledged that its standard ground beef line includes products both with and without lean, finely textured beef, and directed customers who wanted the version without it toward private selection Angus or organic options at a higher price. So the standard product, the one on sale, the one in most carts, is the one Kroger admitted might contain ammonia-treated filler. The cleaner version costs more. That's 2 different products at 2 different price points, and the company confirmed it in public. Number 4. Great Value. This is the most purchased ground beef brand in the United States. Walmart sells more beef than any other retailer in the country, and the label on most of it says Great Value. In May 2024, Cargill Meat Solutions recalled over 16,000 pounds of raw ground beef shipped to Walmart stores across 12 states for E. coli O157H7 contamination. The recalled product carried Cargill's establishment number EST 86P. Many of those packages were sitting on Walmart shelves under the Great Value name when the recall was issued. That wasn't isolated. In September 2018, Cargill recalled over 132,000 pounds of ground beef from its Fort Morgan, Colorado plant, connected to an E. coli O26 outbreak that killed at least 1 person and hospitalized 5 others across 4 states. When you buy Great Value, you're buying Cargill processed beef. Cargill is one of 4 companies under a DOJ criminal antitrust investigation for possible price fixing announced in May 2026. Those 4 corporations together control roughly 85% of the American beef market. The price on that tube is low. The supply chain producing it is under active federal criminal investigation. That's worth knowing before you reach for it. Number 3. Cargill All Natural Ground Beef. All natural. It's printed right on the package and it lands as a reassurance. Here's exactly what it covers under federal law. The USDA defines natural as containing no artificial ingredients and being minimally processed. That is the complete definition. It does not restrict antibiotic use. It does not restrict hormone use. It does not exclude lean, finely textured beef. It says nothing about how the animal was raised, what it ate, or whether it ever had outdoor access. Natural is a minimum regulatory threshold that the marketing department has been asked to carry far more weight than it was designed to hold. In 2018, Cargill's Fort Morgan, Colorado plant was connected to an E. coli O26 outbreak that killed at least 1 person and sickened 17 others across 4 states. They recalled 132,606 pounds. The label said all natural. In May 2024, Cargill recalled another 16,000 pounds for E. coli O157H7, this time from their Hazleton, Pennsylvania facility. That product also said all natural. Same word, same package. Bacteria capable of causing kidney failure twice. The label didn't protect anyone. It just looked like it should have. Number 2, JBS and Swift Premium. JBS is the largest meat processing company on earth, reaching American grocery shelves through Swift, Pilgrim's Pride, and Cedar River Farms, which you already heard about. The parent company is headquartered in Sao Paulo, Brazil. In June 2009, JBS Swift recalled over 420,000 pounds of ground beef after illnesses spread from California to New York. A lawsuit filed on behalf of a 14-year-old boy alleged that JBS failed to share distribution information quickly enough for retailers to pull contaminated product before more people were exposed. Then 2018, JBS Tolleson salmonella recall grew from 6.9 million pounds to over 12 million pounds across 30 states. More than 400 people ill, over 100 hospitalized. A multi-drug resistant strain that standard antibiotics couldn't treat.
You notice it's not American beef. It's Brazil beef again. I guess they haven't learned a lesson from the past. They're repeating it here.
In 2017, JBS's parent company in Brazil paid a $3 billion fine to settle corruption charges involving bribes to more than 1,800 politicians, one of the largest corporate penalty settlements in history. In 2026, the DOJ opened a criminal antitrust investigation, with Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche confirming investigators reviewed over 3 million documents. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins named JBS specifically. Swift Premium is on your grocery shelf right now. The company that owns it paid $3 billion for bribing nearly 2,000 politicians. When that's the track record, you are not the priority. Margin is. Number 1. Store ground beef from your grocery meat counter. This is the one most people won't see coming. That tray behind the glass. The one that says ground fresh this morning. The one that feels like the most honest, most local option in the entire store. It may actually be the least traceable product you can buy. When a grocery store grinds beef on site, it draws from trimmings across multiple cuts, multiple animals, and often multiple suppliers. A single tray can contain beef from dozens of animals sourced across several states. The store is not required to disclose which processor provided the raw material, and there is frequently no USDA establishment number on the label. Federal inspection applies to processing plants, not to a grinding operation running in a retail back room. When a store buys whole primals from an inspected facility and grinds them in-house, the finished product doesn't carry the same level of federal oversight as a packaged product with a registered establishment number. When contamination happens, tracing it through a store grinder is significantly harder than tracing it to a plant with a federal paper trail. Consumer Reports noted that much of today's packaged ground beef does carry an EST number. In-store ground beef often doesn't. No establishment number means no federal traceability. The fresh tray feels like the transparent choice. In practice, it's often the one with the least accountability behind it. If there's no EST number on that package, you're trusting the meat counter. And the meat counter is not required to tell you anything. That's the avoid list. Now the 8 that actually passed. And this is where the investigation gets useful. Best option number 8, 365 by Whole Foods Market. Organic line only. The 365 label sells ground beef at multiple tiers. The tier that matters is organic, and the reason is structural, not just marketing language.
That's from Amazon.
USDA certified organic standards prohibit ammonia
Is
as a
it?
processing aid.
Yes.
That matters because ammonia treatment
Let
is
me
the
pause it.
defining production step in making lean, finely textured beef. Prohibit the treatment and
All right, guys, you can buy this from Amazon. And Mr. Pork, you were right on this one. Organic, it means organic on this one. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what the price of Amazon is.
It's expensive.
Of course it is. You know, I would like at the meat locker, it costs, well, the steer, you have to buy the steer, then you have to go pay the locker to do its job. And to average out, it was under $4, $3.65, $4 a pound from
Yeah, but you
ground
pay
beef.
about $1,000 for everything, right?
The steer was 3.
3,000.
The process was 1,600.
Oh yeah, I have that kind of money just sitting right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I complained about an orange being $1.25 today. Yeah, I can afford that. Mm-hmm.
But it lasts.
An orange.
But it lasts a year. This deer lasts a year, over a year.
It better for that price. It better last for 3 or 4.
Well,
Yeah.
hello, pre-retirement days. Oh, you gotta go check pre-retirement days. Got a sweet little video of a squirrel in its nest.
What?
Oh, it's so cute.
She talked
Pre-retirement
about
days.
retirement, and I work 7 days a week and 3 jobs.
Well, I got some money from disability, but yeah, and I did buy a steer.
Yeah. Mom and Dad used to, but yeah. I know they paid.
And I'm going to buy another one this year.
Well, me and Warpath and a couple others will be at your door with a plate.
You know what? Bring a cooler.
I'll bring me a cooler. That's even better.
There you
The
go.
only thing is, at Kimmy's house, there's no leftovers. I found that out. There's hardly any leftovers.
Well, that's why we got to go early.
Yes.
Before Hunter digs in.
Oh, Hunter thinks it's a challenge. He sees the food and he goes, "Challenge accepted." Pre-retirement. We're going through foods that the government put chemicals in, and how the FDA, USDA are leaving certain words out so you won't know that it has pesticides. It's going to get gross. So if you're eating, the next one is going to be really, really, really gross. And Debbie J, you're going to have to hold Warpath's hand.
I'm there.
All right.
Thank you, Debbie.
Anytime.
I need it,
It
girlfriend.
even grossed me out, but Debbie J found it.
Oh, thanks, Debbie.
Anytime.
Yeah.
FTB is excluded by definition,
This is the
not
dead
by a
meat you can
company
buy.
promise, but by the rules of the certification itself. The standard also requires cattle raised without antibiotics, without added growth hormones, and fed 100% organic feed. These are federally audited requirements, not marketing claims.
Now, I'm stopping it, and I'm sorry. Corporations like Bill Gates and different China came in and bought some land and put hog confinements, cattle confinements, and they are shooting them up with growth hormones. And if you notice, our kids are coming into puberty earlier than normally should be. And that's from the growth hormones are from the animals. It affects the kids. And whatever else they are shooting the cattle up. The old time farmers never did that. They did it the right way. But these corporations, make them grow fast and bigger and stronger. That's not how you do it. It takes years and years and years of breeding and crossbreeding to get the height, and you know what I mean, and the weight. And anyway, I can go on, but this is the good meat. And I have a barf bag coming up next.
365 organic ground beef is sourced from
After
multiple
this ground beef.
suppliers. so it's not a single origin product. But the certification acts as a structural wall against the practices that define most brands on the avoid list. At around $7 to $8 per pound, you're paying for an audited supply chain, not a label. One important note, the conventional 365 ground beef does not carry these protections. Whole Foods has not publicly stated whether its conventional line excludes LFTB. The organic designation is the meaningful distinction. Without it on the label, you're back to trusting the packaging. Best option number 7, Laura's Lean. Laura Freeman started this company in 1985 on her family's cattle farm in Kentucky. 4 decades later, it's one of the only nationally available ground beef brands that can actually verify what it prints on the label.
Now, she is very
Beef is
hard
sold
to
at
find.
92 and 96% lean. Cattle
Oh,
are raised
really?
without antibiotics and without added growth hormones. No preservatives, no additives, no artificial ingredients. The 96% lean variety carries the American Heart Association's Heart Check certification, one of the only ground beef products in the country that holds that designation. Here's what separates this from a store brand all-natural label. Verification. All natural.
Hi, Squirrel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome in.
Oh, hi, Squirrel. I love
That's our
his
squirrel.
videos. He has so much fun out doing what he does.
He finds interesting things. I'm sorry, Squirrel.
Yes,
I've been sick. I've been
he
sick. I was
does.
outside in the rain, so bear with me. And if you're wondering why I put these cartoon videos on my videos, I make little cartoons. It's what I experience in the campgrounds. The bat dive ominous. I went to the outhouse and splattered back. You know what I mean? I ran out with my pants around my ankles. He got washed up outside. Thank God nobody was around. And it's going good. I'm better. Lightning hit the electricity, and we were out of electricity or no power. So I was outside trying to work and get it back going. Then I found out lightning hit it. So they had to call a professional in. Wasn't that smart, Debbie J, outside trying to get the power electricity going?
Oh, yeah, that was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
In, in the rain. Yeah, I had rubber soles on the boots, but I told Hunter to stand back. I figured my rubber soles might save me. Yeah, Warpath and Mr. Bork had to remind me how smart I was. Warpath,
Yeah.
Squirrel says hi. Squirrel says hi.
Hi, Squirrel.
And Debbie
Hi,
J,
Squirrel. I know, I love his videos.
he has the nicest videos.
He's
And
just
you
a
got,
down to earth person who enjoys what he does, and it's a lot of fun learning what he gets
oh
when
yeah.
he goes magnet fishing.
Oh,
It's
and the
really
things he
interesting what
finds.
he gets.
And you know what
Oh, yeah.
pre-retirement days have? She has videos of her white cat, and he is so gorgeous. It looks like she just got him. And I mean, yeah, yeah. And Squirrel, oh, I love to watch him I do magnet fishing and metal detecting. Yes. One of these days, Squirrel, you're going to hit a winner. You're going to hit gold.
Yeah.
A gold ring or gold something. So keep at it, my friend. Keep at it.
As you've now heard twice, covers almost nothing that matters in practice. Laura's Lean submits to third-party auditing and participates in the USDA's Process Verified program. Someone outside the company checks the claims. The ingredient list is one word: beef. Not beef patties, not seasoned ground beef, just beef, available at most Kroger, Publix, and Whole Foods locations.
I
$6
gotta
to
remember to
$8
check
per pound.
Publix for
For
that.
a brand that's been operating this way since 1985 with external auditing behind it.
You got a what?
I gotta go to Publix and see if I can find that product because I don't see her anywhere I go.
Well, ground beef at the meat locker here is $7 a pound. So if you get it under $7 a pound, you're beating, the farmer's meat here. But go try to find your meat locker and call and ask how much per pound, their hamburger is. And Squirrel said he found 5 rings.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. I would have them up and have them, is this real silver? Is this real gold?
Oh, heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me know what what she charges for the beef,
Right.
Debbie J. If you run
Yeah, I'm
across it.
curious. I gotta pick mine.
Heck yeah.
That price reflects something real. Best option number 6, Organic Prairie. Organic Prairie is the meat brand of Organic Valley, a farmer-owned cooperative founded in 1988 in Lafarge, Wisconsin, not a corporation managing quarterly earnings. A cooperative, and that structure changes the incentive logic around ingredient decisions in a meaningful way. Every Organic Prairie product is USDA certified organic. No synthetic hormones, no antibiotics, no GMO feed, no lean, finely textured beef, excluded through the same certification.
Hold on, Squirrel. A bunch of modern coins and a bunch of other things, metal detecting. Well, if you find a lot of iron, you can sell that too. They go by weight on the iron. You can make some, or copper. Copper is expensive. You can legally find that. Metal detecting.
Mechanism that applies to the 365 organic line. Every farm in the cooperative is independently audited and held to the same standard. There's no lower grade supplier tier brought in to hit a price point. With over 1,700 farmer members, Organic Prairie reaches shelves at Whole Foods, Kroger, and natural food retailers nationwide without diluting its requirements to scale. That combination is genuinely uncommon in this industry. Ground beef runs about $8 to $10 per pound. No Big Four processors, no ammonia treatments, no sourcing anonymity. The transparency here is built into how the cooperative is structured, not applied on top as branding. Best option number 5, Grass Run Farms. Grass Run Farms sells 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef from family ranches in the upper Midwest. Cattle receive no antibiotics and no added growth hormones. The product carries American Grass-Fed Association certification, which requires animals to eat only grass and forage from weaning through harvest. No grain finishing, no feedlot confinement. With independent farm audits every year. Grass Run Farms supplies Sprouts Farmers Market locations nationally, meaning all the grass-fed ground beef at Sprouts runs through this single source.
Okay, I got a dumb question. They're claiming no antibiotics ever with them, right? What if a calf got sick? And a round of a calf or a young heifer.
It probably got put down if it got sick.
But it'll be out of the system in so many days.
Well, they still probably put it down because it could spread its disease to other animals, to other herd, and you don't want that.
Well, not pneumonia or not, you know what I mean? There's things that, like, people get that's not contagious, but a good round of antibiotics will get them back going again. You just got to make sure you don't give them antibiotics months before selling it. You know what I mean? And if you do, you have to hold them back and then sell them a different way. Oh, that bothers me because how many sick cattle goes through there? But it's no antibiotics. I like there's no growth, hormone growth, but I don't know. That's my just my weird mind. And if you put
That's
it
a good
down,
question.
that's a $3,000 animal that pays bills that you're
Well,
just putting it down.
a lot of farmers, lose. It's a win-win lose sometimes. Sometimes you have to do it to save the herd, or they'll put it out, somewhere where wildlife can get it. You have
Or
to do what you have
separate
to.
it.
Yeah, you have to do what you have to do. But I think majority of the times, if they can help the animal, they will. But
Yeah.
I find that when I grew up on farms, it got put down,
Oh wow.
left out for the wolves.
See, we never did that. One of our steers got cancer and it couldn't pee. And so the vet with antibiotics and did surgery on it and had it whipped back to a female, to pee out the back instead of the belly area. And then it got sold, but that one, they knew the history and it went to the grocery store. And Dad always told me the ones that are
Transition pig, transgender pigs and cows.
transgender steered to a heifer. Yeah.
We cannot discriminate.
No, no. But I don't know if it was his choice, but he had to pee. Hold on, Warpath, you're breaking up, honey.
Okay, honey.
What were you saying?
Nothing.
I think she was
Oh,
just laughing.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Squirrel said, yeah, okay, I gotcha. Squirrel says, plus I do some
Okay.
Civil War living history while I'm in my uniform. Oh, you need to videotape that. That's pretty cool, Squirrel.
We do
That
reenactments here in Virginia all the time on Civil Wars. It's right cool.
Oh, I bet.
I've got to
Debbie,
get
have
up
you heard
there
that?
and see what's in those woods,
No,
in the
plenty.
mountains.
Plenty.
See if I see Bigfoot.
Yeah, he probably there too.
He's
But
waiting on you.
No, I'm still saying Warpath's looking for a man.
No, Kimmy, that's you.
No. And you know who's been quiet? He's always quiet. Mr.
Who
Poor,
is?
are you falling asleep on us?
Oh,
Or
He's sleeping.
probably.
he probably is.
Probably.
Get that leg up.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of supply chain visibility is genuinely unusual in retail grocery. One disclosure worth being direct about. During the 2018 JBS Tolson Salmonella recall, a product labeled Grass Run Farms Natural appeared on the recall list. At that time, JBS was distributing some Grass Run Farms products through its processing network. The company has since ended that arrangement. But when you pick up a package, check the establishment number. If the EST traces to a JBS facility, ask the question. If it doesn't, this is one of the stronger grass-fed options at a mainstream grocery store. Typically,
See, that's a good advice. He's telling you what to look for is bad, what to look for is good. And Squirrel said, I've seen a Civil War soldier back in the 80s or 90s up in Gettysburg. Wow.
You always see them down here. It's nothing unusual in Virginia.
Oh,
See
really?
Civil War soldiers walking down the interstate, walking down highways. Battlefield Park is famous for seeing soldiers.
It was a ghost, he said.
Yeah, that's commonplace here in Virginia. It's
I
nothing
want to see
unusual.
that. I want to see that. Mr. Pork says, no, I'm here. That's what I'm doing right now, girls. Good. Stay off of that. Get it up on a pillow. I want to go experience that. That would be interesting. That really would. All right, let's.
$8 to $9 per pound. The AGA certification is what to look for. Best option number 4, White Oak Pastures.
I bet it is
White
squirrel.
Oak Pastures is one farm, Bluffton, Georgia. The Harris family has worked that land continuously since 1866. 6 generations on the same property. That's not a story a marketing team crafted, it's just the history. Will Harris, the 4th generation owner, converted the operation to a fully regenerative pasture-based system in the late 1990s. Cattle are grass-fed and grass-finished, raised without antibiotics or hormones. And the beef is processed at the farm's own USDA-inspected abattoir on the property. That last detail is what separates White Oak Pastures from nearly everything else on this list. They control the full chain from pasture to package without handing the product off to a Cargill or JBS facility in the middle. The farm is verified by the Savory Institute's Land to Market program, which independently audits regenerative outcomes including soil health and biodiversity. A 2019 life cycle assessment found the farm's management practices sequester more carbon than the cattle emit, one of the only beef operations in the country documented to have a net negative carbon footprint. Ground beef runs $10 to $12 per pound. You're paying for a closed single farm supply chain, independent environmental auditing,
Where
and a
can you
level of
get it?
traceability that no warehouse scale processor can offer. For total transparency in grocery available beef, nothing in this investigation.
Basically, it's a farmer selling his beef.
Yeah, but I want to know where you can get it. I mean, that's good, but I ain't going to Georgia.
No, you know what I would do if I see a farm? I would pull in, and if I had cattle, I would say, "When do you butcher? And can I buy a fourth of it?" You know what I mean, or a certain percentage of it.
I need to buy me 2 pounds of ground beef.
There we go.
I need to make me some tacos, some hamburger.
There you go. I mean, it's $10 a pound, which the lock. Try to find a meat locker, Debbie.
I would have to research that in my area.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just Google
research
meat.
it and let us know.
Yeah, meat
I'm
locker in
gonna
my
do
area.
mine.
Yeah. And yeah. And they'll pretty good. They'll guide you what's the healthier looking one, and they even for the cattle that looks very, very healthy, the meat locker would buy meat from buy a cow from them and butcher it and then sell it to the public. So it might save you, yeah, or go back to. I'll send you this one, Debbie J, about the meats, and then we can Google it and see where he's at and the phone number. Maybe he can ship you up some.
Yeah. I'm sure that's not cheap.
Probably not. Not with the
I
shipping.
can look around up here. I do have a couple of places to check.
Yeah.
To look around.
And this fall will be deer hunting season.
Oh, that's quite okay. I have plenty of them in my yard.
There you go.
I ain't going out there
Unlike
hunting
you,
them.
Debbie. Well, I don't like deer meat.
No, I leave them alone.
Well, I don't.
Oh.
I don't
The
like
only
them
thing
on
I
the side
say
of the
is
road.
don't run in front of the car.
Yeah.
Yes.
They
That's
get
me,
hit
Debbie.
down here and they total the cars.
They
They're
totaled my
constantly
truck.
getting hit. They
All
total
you
them.
have to do is drain it of its blood and put it in the back of
Well,
your
I don't
pickup.
care. Heck no.
No, I'm good, thanks. No, I
It
don't look
totaled
like
my
no
truck,
vampire. No, thank
Kimmy.
you.
It totaled
No,
my freaking truck.
no, just
So
leave him
now I'm
alone.
like, get him.
Get 'em.
The ones that's
Well,
alongside
Warpath was.
the highway.
See, Debbie, Warpath can send you some meat. She's
No,
aiming for them.
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you.
No,
Thank you very
I
much.
would not do that to her. Not deer meat. Mm-mm.
Look, I hardly eat meat
Right.
now.
Yeah. I think I
Investigation
might
comes
be a
closer.
vegetarian.
Oh, I can't. I love my steaks. I love hamburger. I love meat. So there's no. I'm not giving up my
You'd
meat.
be surprised once you start it how much you can give up, but it is not easy because I ended up in the hospital for not consuming any meat.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was very low on everything. So
Yeah.
I had to
And
go
you
back to
gotta-
eating some meat.
Yeah.
Which,
And
yeah.
I hate vegetables.
I love my vegetables and fruits.
Oh, I do too. I
No,
love
I
them.
don't. Mm-mm.
I want to try the tropical fruit boxes where you get exotic fruits from different locations, and they send you the tropical fruits.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, they have a pink pineapple. They only want $30 for it.
Oh,
That's
only?
not bad.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, only 30.
Yeah, only 30. Yeah.
Well, you might
Okay.
get the first out of the lab grown. The pink
Yeah.
pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe a watermelon that's rubbery.
Well, if they have
Best
yellow
option number
watermelon, I want to try.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds interesting.
I think I've tried one once.
HEB. HEB.
Oh, really? You tried a yellow watermelon?
Uh-huh. It was pretty good.
Oh, wow.
It's
I
been a
never heard
while.
of it before.
Mm-hmm.
is a privately held grocery chain based in San Antonio, Texas. Over 400 stores. Among Texans, the loyalty runs deeper than brand preference.
Hold on.
And on ground beef specifically, the company earned it.
Me too, Mr. Pork. Not me. I love my medium rare filet mignon. Yeah, I love that too. Yum, 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 yum.
With something on the record. During the 2012 pink slime controversy, HEB publicly stated that all ground beef sold at HEB is 100% pure with no additives. Not a hedged corporate position, a direct factual claim about a specific product. HEB processes a significant portion of its meat through its own facilities, giving it operational control that retailers dependent on third-party processors simply don't have. The company has been privately held by the Butt family since 1905. No public shareholders, no quarterly earnings targets, no structural pressure to quietly swap in cheaper processed trimmings to protect a margin. The limitation is geography. Outside Texas, you can't buy it. But if you live in the state, the answer to where should I buy ground beef is probably already your answer.
We're just gonna have
The
to take
store
a
your
trip.
family has been going to for years.
Sounds good.
The public record backs that up. Best option number 2, Publix. Publix is an
there's my
employee-owned supermarket chain headquartered in Lakeland, Florida. Over
Hell yeah.
1,300 stores across the Southeast. And on the lean, finely textured beef question, Publix gave the clearest on-the-record answer of any major grocery chain in the country. During the 2012 controversy, Publix stated directly, "We have never allowed the use of LFTB in our meat. It's 100% ground beef with no LFTB. Not implied, not qualified. A specific claim about a specific ingredient. Publix processes a significant portion of its ground beef through its own facility in Deerfield Beach, Florida. That removes dependence on the 4 processors currently under federal antitrust investigation. When a grocery chain runs its own processing, it steps outside the concentrated market structure that defines most of American beef. At $4 to $6 per pound, Publix ground beef is priced comparably to conventional store brand options from companies with far less transparent sourcing. The cleaner product here isn't a premium tier. It's just what they sell. Publix made that public commitment over a decade ago and has never reversed it. In an industry where the default response to sourcing questions is silence, that kind of consistency means something. For anyone in the Southeast, this is one of the most practical, affordable ways to sidestep everything this investigation covers. Best option number 1. Costco, Kirkland Signature. When ABC News broke the pink slime story in
I thought they
2012,
said that was
most
the
major
worst
retailers
one.
issued careful statements that committed to nothing specific.
I
Costco
don't know. I
responded
thought so
differently.
too.
Craig Wilson, the company's vice president of
That's what
quality
I thought. They
assurance,
said
went
that
on
was the
record with
worst.
ABC News and stated directly that Costco does not use lean, finely textured beef. He said he didn't know how to explain ammonia-treated trim to a customer, and he wasn't going to try. A named executive,
No, I thought
a
they said that
specific
was the
claim,
worst one.
made publicly while
No, that's
competitors were
Sam's.
saying nothing.
Sam's.
That's
Oh.
accountable in a way that anonymous
Okay.
corporate policy documents are not, because a named statement can actually be held to. Kirkland Signature ground beef is not certified organic or grass-fed unless the label says so. What it is, publicly and verifiably, is free of lean, finely textured beef. Costco runs one of the most rigorous quality assurance programs in retail, sources from multiple suppliers, and has held that public position for over a decade. The price is $3 to $5 per pound. For a warehouse retailer
not bad.
moving millions of pounds of beef every week, removing LFTB from the supply chain was a real cost decision. They made it and then put a name on the record. No single farm traceability here. No grass-fed certification. No organic seal. What there is a large, serious company that made a specific public commitment, absorbed the cost, and has held that position consistently for more than 10 years. Affordable price. Named executive on record. No premium charged for the honesty. That combination is why Kirkland Signature is the strongest overall option for most people buying ground beef on a regular grocery run. Before you head back to the store, here's what to actually look for. If the package says beef patties instead of ground beef, that word difference is legal permission to include fillers that federal law prohibits in ground beef. Most shoppers never catch it. If there's no USDA establishment number on the package, there is no federal paper trail connecting what you're buying to an inspected facility. In-store ground beef frequently doesn't have one. If the price seems too low for what the label is promising, that's communicating something real about the supply chain behind it. The companies hitting those price points are operating inside the same market structure currently under federal criminal investigation. And if the package says all natural, you now know exactly how little that phrase is required to cover. Every brand that passed this investigation shares one thing: a specific, verifiable, public commitment about what's in their product, through independent auditing or a named person willing to go on record. That's not a high bar. Most of the industry hasn't cleared it. If this changed how you'll shop next time, share it with someone who still grabs the first tube they see. Read the label. Find the EST number. And when a company the size of Costco puts an executive's name on a public statement about what's not in your food, that's the kind of accountability that's actually worth buying.
All right. It's educational. It kind of shows what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy. Harley, you don't need to type on my laptop, but thank you anyway, sweetheart. All right. All right, this one you're gonna have to hold her hand.
I'm holding.
Get something to throw up in
Better.
Warpath.
Oh, Debbie's got my hand. She's got me.
I know.
I know. She's got me,
There we
girl.
go. Here we go. Hang on to your shorts. Get your puke buckets around. It made my jaw hit the floor when I seen this. Ready?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Let me show you guys what happens behind closed doors, huh? Oh, they're still gonna feed that to you. They just have to extract that first. That looks like eggnog, doesn't it?
It's pus.
Let me show you guys what happens behind.
That is when a cow had a cyst, and they will squeeze out the pus, get it presentable, wash it out, and sell it to you. I know we're making okay.
Ew.
I know it was nasty, wasn't it? Are you okay, Warpath?
Warpath done took a walk.
Warpath.
She told you she done took a walk.
What?
Warpath.
I'm here. I'm getting sick. I'm at the Quick Trip.
You're
I'm
getting
seeing
sick
Gabe.
from.
Hang on. I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right. All right. Now watch this, guys. Can you see it, Debbie J?
Oh yeah, I see it.
See this strawberry?
Mm-hmm. It's got legs.
It used to look like this. Now watch what they did to it to have it changed.
There's a lab-made strawberry field in Santa Maria, California that is genetically modifying strawberries. If you put it in some dish soap and a little baking soda, look what the thing starts doing. Yeah. Make sure they're not coming from Santa Maria, California, guys.
It's growing legs and it moves. And the red's off. That is lab grown fruit. What is it doing to your body? Those legs.
Probably growing somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get constipated and then all it is roots. Why can't I poop? Well, the roots are holding it in. No, I'm sorry. Redneck grandma here gets a little gross once in a while. Apologize. But where do you see the label on fruit if it's lab grown or from the farm?
I don't know. I think you
I've
have to go
never
by the
Love you
number.
bunches. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Now what did I?
Okay. Ready to watch this, Warpath?
Oh, yay. You bet, girl.
This one you need to know.
I do.
Since you want to be a vegetarian.
There's a lab-made strawberry field in Santa Maria, California that is genetically modifying strawberries.
Look how it's moving. And the red came off and it grew legs.
If you put it in some dish soap and a little baking soda, look what the thing starts doing. Yeah.
It's moving in a
Make sure they're
grouping.
not coming from Santa Maria, California, guys.
Yeah.
There's a lab-made strawberry.
Okay. Forget strawberries now.
Well, I guess you could buy them and test them. You know, what did he say?
Well,
Dish soap and
I
what
can grow
else?
my own.
There we go.
I'll just grow my own.
If you can find the
Oh,
seeds.
and I'm sorry, but my baby, he'll be 2 in October.
Aw. not that far away.
Yeah, I just asked Daddy because Dad said I didn't even know.
It's all right. It's all right. How did it grow
Okay,
freaking legs?
that is
That's
disgusting.
worms.
Oh yeah,
You think it's
Debbie.
worms?
Yeah, I think it's
I think so
worms, and the
too.
worms are coming out of it.
But how can it be when
Yeah.
it's lab grown?
Who knows what they're doing in labs any day?
Yeah.
It could be creating
Yeah, we don't know.
Frankensteins as far as we know.
Exactly.
And we need to, you know what, everybody? We need to start yelling. They need to let us know if it's lab grown or naturally farm grown.
Oh, I agree, but they're not going to.
That's why we need to make a stink. Now, no, not that kind of stink you poop in the store, but I mean, this, you know, we need to make noise and demand
Yeah.
and go to our congressman, you know, and because that is no way healthy for a human body. I wonder if the lettuce moves like that.
Let's hope not.
One with the worms. Okay, yeah, all right.
Well, I'm afraid to eat lettuce now.
Oh yeah. Okay, you know what ruined me from Burger King?
What?
Then after this, I'm going to show the mustard so Mr. Pork knows what mustard to buy.
Mustard?
Yeah, there's bad mustard. They put chemicals in mustard.
Do you have any grape
No, I'm not
poupon?
surprised.
That's one of the worst ones. That's the worst one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's more expensive, but it's bad for you. All right, you see this, guys? Hold on. Ready? Did you need another reason not to eat junk food?
This thing just fell out of my Burger King and is now fucking moving on its own. What in the actual fuck?
It fell out of his Whopper.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? What the fuck? This thing just fell out of my Burger King and is now...
That fell out of his Whopper.
What is it?
It's a worm. It's a flatworm.
Oh, heck no.
I love Burger King. Well, I used to. You know what Dad always said? It's better to see a whole worm than a half a worm.
Ooh.
I look on the bright side there, you know? Yeah, so there's a reason why not to go to Burger King. All right, Mr. Pork, are you ready for this one? And
Sure, he's ready.
Debbie J?
Yep.
Great Poupon?
Grape poupon.
Oh, jalapeno peppers are being recalled.
For what?
Salmonella.
Good grief.
Oh, shit.
And deli meat.
Everything.
All right. All right.
ingredient decisions that got made. Heinz yellow mustard, distilled vinegar, water, mustard seed, salt, spice, natural
me start
flavors,
from
and
the
calcium
beginning.
disodium EDTA. Natural flavors again. But
Creators, get a little extra with
Or,
YouTube
sorry.
shopping.
Extra.
Yep, you only need 500 subs to start tagging.
preservatives, stabilizers, and flavor additives on their labels. Because the bottle you grew up trusting was bought for $4.2 billion by a corporation that cares more about shelf life than what's actually inside. And that's just number 5 on this.
You think so? So it had to be from the lettuce or the tomatoes. It had to be in the lettuce or the bun. Thank you, Mr. Pork. He's right. That worm, that flatworm, would never have made it through the broiler.
I agree.
You know, what was it, about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I went to Burger King, sitting there and just watching them, you know, wrapping the burgers and all that. Well, the worker was in there, and his first finger and thumb was rolling around. And you know what I thought? He probably picked his nose and rolling the burger
Oh,
between his fingers.
yeah, that's
100%.
disgusting.
It is. No
I
gloves
wouldn't eat
and
them.
touch the food. Yeah. 100%. The broiler is extremely hot. It would melt my contact to my eye if I had to go to the ER. Oh, thank you, Mr. Poor. So I had to have been on the lettuce. Or maybe the guy didn't wash his hands and he was wormy.
Ew.
I don't know.
Yeah.
List. 5 mustard brands to throw out today. 3 that kept it clean. Here's exactly which is which. Number 5. French's. The yellow bottle. The red cap.
That's yours,
The
Mr.
one that's
Pork.
been in more American refrigerators than probably any other condiment in history. French's isn't really experienced as a choice anymore. It's just there. It was there when you were a kid. It's in your fridge right now. You grabbed it last week without a second thought, and so did the person behind you in line. That automatic reach has a very specific price tag attached to it. French's was founded in 1904 by Robert Timothy French in Rochester, New York. A genuine family brand that grew into a national institution over a century of cookouts, ballparks, and kitchen tables. That history is real, and it's exactly what you're trusting every time you grab that bottle without reading it. In 2017, McCormick purchased French's for $4.2 billion. That is not what a company pays because they care about mustard. That is what a corporation pays to own the brand recognition that makes you reach without reading. To own 100 years of automatic trust. So here's what's actually in it. French's Classic Yellow Mustard. Distilled vinegar, water, number 1 grade mustard seed, salt, turmeric, paprika, spice, natural flavors, garlic powder. On first read that looks fine. But go back to 2 words. Natural flavors. In a mustard. Mustard seed produces that sharp, distinctive heat the instant it contacts liquid. That flavor is built in. It has never needed help. The only reason a mustard adds natural flavors is because the base ingredient is no longer delivering on its own. Here's why. McCormick sources seed from Canada, Nepal, Ukraine. Multiple international origins, none disclosed. Mustard seed's characteristic
Mr. Pork, that's coming up next. I hate to break your heart.
heat varies significantly by region, soil, and processing method. When you blend seeds from unspecified global sources at industrial volume, you average quality down. Then you add natural flavors to compensate.
Well, good,
The
Mr.
processing
Pork.
makes it worse. High-speed industrial grinding generates friction heat that degrades the glucosinolates, the compounds responsible for mustard's natural heat and anti-inflammatory properties. Once those are gone, you add things back to approximate what was there. The bottle looks like family tradition. What's behind it is industrial food manufacturing at full corporate scale. Number 4. Heinz. When most people hear Heinz, they think ketchup, the glass bottle, the slow pour. The brand built entirely around a different product in a different category. That tells you something right away. Mustard is a secondary line for Heinz, not the flagship, not the focus, not where the attention and investment go. And that secondary status shows up directly in the ingredient decisions that got made. Heinz yellow mustard. Distilled vinegar, water, mustard seed, salt, spice, natural flavors, and calcium disodium EDTA. Natural flavors again. But there's something on this label that wasn't on French's. Calcium disodium EDTA. That's a synthetic chelating agent, a chemical that binds to metal ions to stop oxidation and color change in processed foods. The FDA classifies it as generally recognized as safe, based on studies conducted primarily in the 1970s and 1980s, before the era of modern gut health research, before scientists understood the microbiome the way they do now. More recent animal research has flagged a specific concern that wasn't part of that original safety evaluation. Calcium disodium EDTA has been shown to increase intestinal permeability, what clinicians call leaky gut. That's associated with systemic inflammation, disrupted gut microbiome function, and potential triggers for autoimmune response. Is the research conclusive at the quantity in a single serving of Heinz mustard? No, but that's not really the point. The more important question is, what is this doing in a mustard at all? Calcium disodium EDTA has exactly one job in this product. It keeps the mustard looking the same color after sitting in your fridge door for up to 2 years. It is a cosmetic preservative, present for the product's visual appeal on the shelf, not for your health. That's not what most people think they're paying for when they grab a mustard bottle. That trade-off makes more sense when you understand the company behind it. In 2015, Kraft and Heinz merged in a deal engineered by 3G Capital, a private equity firm known for one specific operational approach: zero-based budgeting. Every cost, every ingredient, gets evaluated against the minimum viable standard each budget cycle. Nothing is assumed to be necessary. A secondary product like mustard, not the flagship, not the priority category, is especially exposed to that kind of cost pressure. Kraft Heinz has also been documented in food industry reporting as quietly adjusting sodium levels across their product lines over time, keeping incremental increases small enough to stay below the threshold of taste detection. Over several years, that adds up in ways the consumer doesn't notice until they compare to something cleaner. The result of all of this is right there on the label: a synthetic chelating agent with evolving safety research, added to a simple condiment so it holds its color longer on the shelf. Every time you use Heinz mustard, you're on the other side of that trade. 2 brands down. The next one is different. The problem isn't what they added. It's what a single word on the label is quietly hiding. Number 3. Plockmans. If you're from the Midwest, this one is going to feel personal, and I want to be straight with you about it. That barrel-shaped bottle, yellow label, red text, a Chicago area staple since 1852. Outside the Midwest, most people have never seen it. Inside the Midwest, it's on the table at the hot dog stands next to the sport peppers. It's the one your parents had. Your grandparents had it before that. That kind of generational presence doesn't come from advertising. It comes from being on the table at every family meal for decades. And Plockmans leans on that trust with one very specific word on the label: natural. Plockmans Natural Yellow Mustard. When a shopper sees that word, they read it as clean, as the safer choice, as something meaningfully different from the industrial bottles on either side of it. Here's what natural actually means under FDA rules. A product labeled natural contains no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, and no synthetic preservatives added during manufacturing. That is the complete legal definition. It says nothing, literally nothing, about what happened to the ingredients before they arrived at the facility. Plockmans mustard seed is not certified organic. It's conventionally grown. And conventional mustard seed cultivation uses glyphosate during the growing season and again as a pre-harvest desiccant, sprayed directly on the crop shortly before harvest to accelerate drying and create uniform ripening. Pre-harvest application means measurable glyphosate residue transfers onto the harvested seed and goes directly into processing. In 2015, the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer classified glyphosate as a probable human carcinogen. The EPA maintains it's not likely carcinogenic to humans. That scientific debate is genuine and ongoing. Researchers and regulators continue to land in different places on it. But here's what isn't contested. Plockmans does not publish glyphosate residue testing results for their mustard seed. They don't disclose whether incoming seed is tested before processing. The word natural on that barrel-shaped bottle tells you nothing was added during manufacturing. It tells you nothing at all about what was on the seed when it arrived. That single word is creating a clean and safe impression that the sourcing practices simply don't confirm. You've trusted that label your whole life. The label is using a term that means far less than it sounds like it does. That's the gap between what natural implies and what it actually guarantees. If Plockmans has been on your table your whole life, drop a comment below. I want to hear from the Midwest on this one. If this helped, a quick like means a lot. Now let's get into the next two, because this is where it gets serious.
Hold on, guys.
Number 2. Golden's. This one markets itself as the step up, the upgrade from basic yellow. The
For a moment,
mustard
I
for
thought I
people who've
taped
moved
it. I'm
past
sorry.
the basics and want something with actual character. Golden Spicy Brown Mustard. The crinkle cut bottle. The New York Deli Association. Branding built around traditional preparation, age depth, real craft heritage. Spicy brown implies something made with intention rather than manufactured at scale. Then you turn the label over. Golden Spicy Brown Mustard. Vinegar, water, mustard seed, salt, spices, turmeric, natural flavors, xanthan gum, and calcium disodium EDTA. Two things on that list need a closer look. First, calcium disodium EDTA. Same synthetic chelating preservative we covered in the Heinz section. And it's not a coincidence that both brands share it. Golden's is a Kraft Heinz brand. Same parent company. Same zero-based budgeting cost reduction mandate. Same cosmetic preservative, added for the same shelf life reason. The Deli Heritage branding on the outside and the Kraft Heinz cost reduction formula on the inside are two very different things. Second, specific to Golden's, xanthan gum. Xanthan gum is a stabilizer, a polysaccharide produced through bacterial fermentation using Xanthomonas campestris bacteria. The FDA classifies it as generally recognized as safe, and for most people consuming it occasionally, that holds. But for specific populations, it's a documented issue. Infants and young children have experienced gastrointestinal distress from xanthan gum consumption. People with sensitivities to corn, soy, or wheat, the common fermentation substrates used to produce it, can react to xanthan gum even when those allergens don't appear elsewhere on the label. People managing IBS and other digestive conditions frequently identify xanthan gum as a personal trigger. If any of those apply to someone in your household, it's worth knowing it's in here, even though the branding gives no indication of it. But the structural question matters more than the sensitivity question. Why does a mustard need a bacterial fermentation stabilizer in the first place? Traditional mustard, ground seed, vinegar, salt, water, doesn't separate. The emulsion holds naturally. It always has, for thousands of years. A mustard that needs xanthan gum to hold its texture together has been processed far enough from traditional methods that the natural structure is gone. The stabilizer is compensating for what the processing removed. It's a signal about what happened to the base product before it ever went into the bottle. The New York Deli Heritage branding is what you see when you pick it up. Two additives shared with their budget yellow mustard is what you're actually getting. That gap is the whole story with Golden's. What comes next is the one that should bother you the most. Not because the ingredients are the worst, but because it charges the most, promises the most, and delivers the least honest formula of anything on this list. Number 1. Grey Poupon. The Rolls-Royce commercial. The window rolling down, Those who know, know. Grey Poupon spent decades constructing one very specific idea. This is what discerning people choose. Dijon mustard, French heritage, European tradition. The condiment for someone whose palate has moved beyond the ordinary. That campaign worked so well it became a cultural reference point. People quote it. The brand doesn't need to advertise anymore. The imagery did permanent work. A current 8-ounce jar retails at approximately $5 to $7. That's 3 to 4 times the price of French's or Golden's for the same volume. You're paying for the heritage, for the tradition, for the quality that 50 years of aspirational branding has been implying every time you've seen that label. Turn the jar over. Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. Water, mustard seed, distilled vinegar, salt, white wine vinegar, citric acid, tartaric acid, and natural flavors. 3 acids, natural flavors, in a premium Dijon at $7 a jar. Here's the benchmark that makes that label difficult to defend. Traditional Dijon mustard, the product protected under French geographic indication standards, contains mustard seed, white wine, and salt. 3 ingredients. That's the entire formula. That's what actually built the reputation Grey Poupon has been borrowing and selling back to consumers for decades. The Grey Poupon sold in the United States is not manufactured in Dijon, France. It is manufactured by Kraft Heinz in the United States. Let that land. 3 of the 5 brands on this avoid list, Heinz, Golden's, and Grey Poupon, are all Kraft Heinz products. The premium jar, sitting at 3 to 4 times the price of their other products, operates under the exact same corporate cost reduction philosophy as the budget yellow mustard on the shelf below it. Different label, different price, same ownership, same mandate. You are paying a premium price for a cost reduction product. That is not what the label implies, and it's not what most shoppers think they're getting. Now let's look at what the formula actually contains. Citric acid in Grey Poupon is commercial citric acid, produced industrially through fermentation using the mold Aspergillus niger on corn-derived sugars. When manufacturing is properly controlled, residues should be absent from the finished product. But a documented subset of people with mold sensitivities or corn sensitivities react to commercially produced citric acid differently than they react to naturally occurring citric acid in whole fruit. The chemical name is the same. The source and the context are not. Tartaric acid is a second acidulant, added alongside the citric acid. 2 separate acids in the same formula, and they're both addressing the same underlying issue. The white wine component in this product is not delivering sufficient acidity on its own. When a recipe requires that level of supplemental acidification from 2 different sources, it tells you the wine being used is not of sufficient quality to carry the flavor profile. The acids exist to patch a gap the base ingredient left open. And then natural flavors, on a $5 to $7 jar carrying French heritage branding, claiming the tradition of authentic Dijon craftsmanship. Genuine Dijon, made with quality mustard seed and quality white wine, does not require natural flavors. It has flavor. The natural flavors addition signals exactly what it has signaled on every other label in this investigation. Something in the base formula isn't performing, and this ingredient is covering for it. At this price point, with this brand history, with this level of aspirational marketing, that's the most telling detail on the entire jar. You're funding the advertising. The formula underneath it doesn't come close to earning the price. And compared to the clean brands coming up next, it isn't competitive on ingredients at any price. 5 brands, 3 owned by the same company. All 5 adding ingredients to a product that hasn't needed them in 6,000 years. Now here are the 3 that got it right. Clean labels, nothing added that doesn't belong, starting with the solid choice and building to the one I'd actually buy.
Really?
I love you.
What?
What?
Best option number 3, Sir Kensington's. The brand that proved a clean label can earn a premium, not just charge one. Sir Kensington's classic mustard. 5 ingredients: distilled white vinegar, water, mustard seed, sea salt, turmeric. That is the shortest ingredient list of any mustard covered in this entire investigation. 5 ingredients. every single one serving a clear, functional purpose. Vinegar for acidity and natural preservation, water for consistency, mustard seed for the flavor mustard is supposed to deliver on its own, sea salt for seasoning, turmeric for color, and for its documented anti-inflammatory properties. Nothing added. Nothing compensating for a gap in the base ingredients. Nothing masking a sourcing decision. And here's what makes the flavor difference real. When mustard seed isn't being blended from unspecified global sources at industrial volume, it doesn't need help tasting like mustard. Consistent, quality sourcing means the sulfur compounds are present and intact. The seed does what it's supposed to do. No natural flavors required, because no quality shortcut was taken. Sir Kensington's carries non-GMO project verification across their full product line. Their mustard seed sourcing emphasizes North American origin, which directly addresses the opacity we saw with the industrial brands blending seeds from unspecified international sources. Traceable sourcing means consistent quality, and consistent quality means the product tastes like itself without additives. One piece of context worth knowing. Sir Kensington's was acquired by Unilever in 2017. Large corporate acquisitions can and do bring formula changes over time. That's a documented pattern across the food industry, and it's reasonable to watch for it. What can be confirmed right now is that the non-GMO verification has been maintained since the acquisition. The sourcing transparency remains publicly available, and the 5-ingredient formula has not changed. Today's label is exactly what it should be. It retails at approximately $4 to $5 for 12 ounces. Compare that directly to Grey Poupon, where a higher price gets you 3 acids and natural flavors covering for an underperforming base. Here, the price reflects actual ingredient decisions. You're paying for what's in the jar and, more importantly, for what isn't. 5 ingredients. Non-GMO verified. The shortest label in the category. A meaningful place to start. Best option number 2. Organicville. The one that gives you a certified organic, fully clean label, at the same price as some of the brands you just learned to avoid. Organicville Yellow Mustard. 6 ingredients. Organic distilled vinegar, water, organic mustard seed, sea salt, organic turmeric, organic paprika. Every ingredient recognizable. Every ingredient present for a clear reason. 0 natural flavors. 0 synthetic preservatives, 0 chelating agents, 0 bacterial stabilizers, 0 acids filling gaps left by underperforming ingredients. Not one. USDA organic certification covers every applicable ingredient in the formula. Remember what we found with Plockman's pre-harvest glyphosate application on conventionally grown mustard seed, no residue testing disclosed, and a label term doing work it wasn't designed to do. Organic certification closes that gap entirely. Organic mustard seed means no synthetic herbicide treatment during cultivation and no pre-harvest desiccant spray. Organic vinegar means the acidulant was produced without synthetic processing aids. The certification covers what happened to the ingredients before they arrived at the facility, which is exactly what the word natural on Plockman's label does not. Organicville also carries B Corporation certification. B Corp status is not a marketing label. A brand designs for itself. It's a rigorous third-party evaluation of an entire company's supply chain accountability, environmental practices, employment standards, and operational transparency. Earning it requires meeting standards that go well beyond FDA labeling compliance. Maintaining it requires continuing to meet them on an ongoing basis. Organicville publishes their sourcing philosophy and operates at a transparency level that none of the 5 avoid list brands come close to matching. The price, approximately $3 to $4 for a 12-ounce bottle,
not bad.
comparable to French's and Heinz at standard retail pricing. Same price. 6 certified organic ingredients. B Corp verified supply chain accountability. Against brands with EDTA, xanthan gum, and a private equity cost reduction mandate driving every ingredient decision. That is not a close comparison. It's not even in the same category.
What if I told you that the moment your book is published, there could be a giant billboard featuring you and your book in Times Square?
One more
And in addition, a video
that I want to show you guys. All right.
All right.
And I want you to be know the difference between lab grown and real meat. And this one will tell you how lab grown meat is labeled.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get you guys knowledge here. I'm
How
learning
long? How long is this one?
a few minutes. Do you want me to wait till next time?
Yeah, if we could.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem.
And
All right. I'm
hey,
sorry, you guys.
Debbie, come up more as much as you can, okay?
Okay, are we coming on? Are we coming on Sunday or Saturday?
Sunday, is that okay?
Yeah.
Sunday night, it will be spooky night. I am sorry I took it extra long today. I apologize. I usually want to do an hour. I apologize. Thank you, Debbie J, for coming up. Thank
No
you,
problem.
Warpath. Thank you, Mr. Pork. Thank you, Squirrel. Thank you, and don't blame. My brain is kind of mush sometimes.
Retirement or something.
Oh, pre-retirement days, yes, and check her out. Check pre-retirement days and Squirrel out. They both have fantastic channels. They're great. I love you. I love you all. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. Warpath.
Love you all.
All right. See y'all later.
Debbie, call me.
All right.
All right.
See you on the flip side. Love you all. Give yourself a hug from me to you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.